Patience is finding something else to do in the meantime. So what do you do when you're done with everything? You finished your rough draft. You finished the first revision, the second revision, the third revision, maybe even other revisions. What now? You walk away for a while. You'll leave for 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever it takes for you. Every time's different for me, depends on how long the book is. And when you come back, you're going to read it word for word. Not skim, not mess around. You're not like, well, I already know the story. Well, you're looking for a few things. Okay. First of all, if you hadn't wrote it, would you enjoy it? Is it something that you would really recommend to your friends? Because if you won't recommend it to your friends, then it's not good enough, right? Would you guess any of the twists, or did you see too many clues that were too obvious? If you write like that, not everybody writes like that. Is there anything that really stood out that was bad, right? That's easy to fix. That's why you're looking at it. That's why you're reading it again. But what's really fun, did you find some things that are good that you're like, oh, I'm awesome now. I really, really enjoyed that part. That was good. You will get those, and the more you write, the better you get. Seriously, the best way to do anything is to just do it, right? Would you buy more books like this and from the same author if you were reading somebody else's work? It's a really important thing to know. If you say yes to all the good parts of this, then you're ready to publish, right? So that's the big deal. So what do you do in the meantime while you're waiting, right? That 3 days or week or whatever. This is actually kind of a really good time to do the marketing side. You don't want to do, as Brandon Sanderson says, you're going to put on a different hat. Once you're done writing and you think you got all the revisions done, you take off the author hat and you put on the little greedy marketer hat. How are you going to sell it? What are you going to market it as? What genre? All that stuff you need to figure out. I personally do not pick a genre or title or any of that most of the time before I write. My sequels and my series, I do. Figure out your cover. Are you going to hire somebody? You're going to design it yourself on Canva. One thing that I see a lot of people do, and one thing I do myself, I find a good image, and in the thriller genre, my Sharp County Slasher and all that, the covers behind me actually are outdated as of the morning of making this video. I did all that before I did this. I tried those. They did okay. You can see the campfire in the first two, right? But now they are very different. I'll pop them up here on the screen. And then I also did a pre-order for the third one coming out in December. But you want to figure out your covers, how they work in your genre, what's going to fit better, see, whatever. You can probably tell with those back here that the words are kind of smaller. Now I did that because I liked the aesthetic. You didn't do that. I can do a better video on covers later, though I'm not going to lie, I'm probably not the best for that, but I will if you guys want me to. What I've done now is more of the mainstream where you have just a very simplistic picture, and then the whole cover is basically word art. Also, a big thing you can do while you're waiting, prepare your publishing, right? So if you're going to go on Amazon, get your KDP set up, you can save as a draft. Doesn't have to publish while you're going through it. You can get all that done. You're going to have to write a blurb. You're going to have to pick out your keywords and stuff, which brings us to our next point. Search engine optimization, SEO. Big pro tip I did not know until much later, probably a year and a half after I started publishing. I had this book that it's called County. I never advertise it. I guess I'll pop it up here too, whatever. It was selling, and I didn't advertise it. It didn't sell a lot, but I just kept selling copies, and I was like, how does this happen? Maybe it's people just bleeding over. But I might sell 10 copies of that and not sell any of my other books in a day or something, or maybe a week. In a day, I wish. What I found out was that with the SEO, my keywords, because you'll have to pick 7 keywords. 9? I think it's 7. Anyway, when you pick your keywords, they should also be in your book description. It helps the algorithm to set it out there. I don't know enough about computers to know this, but I researched it after this was happening, and that's what I found out. My keywords were in it, and my other ones, they weren't. Lastly, another thing you can do, write other stuff. I don't suggest writing the sequels unless you just really got it burning in your mind. Then yes, get it out of your head, knock it out. The big thing is when you're when you walk away, you got to get away from it, right? You got to try to think about other stuff so that you're not obsessing over it and trying to rush it, because you're going to miss things. I went back and read some of my first books, and there's so many things I could fix. Even my most popular book, I was reading some of that stuff today to make some TikToks, and like, so many missed opportunities. Your readers are going to be okay with you getting better as you go, as long as you're getting better. Keep getting better. This does conclude this series. I'll be using some comments to figure out what to make next, but here soon, something next week I will have up, and I'll see you then. So, yeah, see you later.